I am. So I thought I would. Took a minute there. I apologize. I'm jumping on late, but thought I'd get on and just do a little recap of what happened at Dale Hollow. So, it's Tuesday. So last week on Monday, Beth and I drove down to Eastport Marina, and we got down there about 4:30 in the afternoon. We got settled in, and then we met with Richard, went up to the cabin, dropped off our luggage, got something to eat, and then after that, we saw, I think Michael Rodnair and John Abshire. John Gillespie and Melissa also. We passed them on the way down, met them. We all stayed in the cabin first night because we were waiting. The wind was really bad. Richard and them couldn't get the houseboats in. So I ended up staying at the cabins with the Paddle and Fin folks. Had a really good time. And Beth and I went down Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and Friday, and fished between 6 hours. At the least was about 4. But if you go look at my Facebook page, you'll see that both of us really got into some good fish, and the trip. So when it come to the tournament down there, so really pleased with how that went. Richard had a surprise with some really cool pyroglyphics for the thanks Beth, pyrotechnics for the winners. So yeah, it was really cool to watch those go off when the top 10 were brought up to the stage, and those guys were being congratulated for their work. And a lot of good fish were caught all week. Go look at Michael's page, John Gillespie's page, right there. Hey, bud. Yeah, Daddy's talking. But really good event. Richard knocked it out of the park with the cash that he was able to get down there from Pepsi, from the county, and some other sponsors that were able to put up over $2,000 each day for the big bass. And the young man that won both days big bass, won the event, was the same guy that won both days big bass, and I think he won the event last year. So next year he's going to have big cross target on his back, because guys are going to be coming for him, try to unseat his big bass Pete, not let him get a 5-peat, and not let him get a 3-peat when it comes to the tournament. It was really good turnout. We have 44 folks. The longest person was Cheryl. I can't think of her last name off the top of my head. She drove from New Hampshire. Newton. I think, yeah, Beth says she thinks it's Cheryl Newton. Hey, Dot. But thanks for watching and commenting. Appreciate you. But it was really cool to see her make that trip, get to talk to her a little bit. I think she was pretty wore out from the drive. But we had Christine Fisher, one of the bigger names in the sport, make the trip, and Tim Isaacs. Both of them had great event. I think 10 did finish in the top 10. Christine She had a great first day, but I think she struggled on the second day. Probably thinking a lot about her trip down the both her and Tim are seasoned kayak anglers traveling the tournament scene on the national scale, and they both left from Alpine to go down to I can't think of the name of that tournament. I had it on top of my head earlier, but but anyway, I not a whole lot to say right now, and I didn't do any preparation. As a matter of fact, I'm streaming from my phone, and the reason being is I'm in construction mode. You're probably looking at the background thinking, that's interesting, it looks new. Well, I'm actually downstairs in my old man cave that me and Beth had back. We put this room together about 10 years ago. And then when we start doing remodeling and building the garage, our basement started flooding, and we had to gut most of the room. So yesterday and today I've been cleaning it out, and I've started the remodeling process. I've got the walls mostly up, and I'm just going to scan this over for you guys and let you get a look at it here real quick. I'm going to pick up and walk away and turn the camera around so you can get a look of what I'm doing. But that's my room here. I started that wall over there. I'm putting shiplap on that corner, and I'll do the shiplap on that corner, and then I'll have to redo the wall over to the window. Got the desk in the middle. I got some carpets to lay down. But you can see I had a nice fully stocked bar and refrigerator down here, and so Beth and I we're looking forward to getting this up and running again. But work to be done, and it's going to be a good looking room. Right there in the center between my two cabinets will be a big screen TV again, and then I'll be able to have graphics and stuff behind it, and then
beside your
cabinet.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Beth's trying to point something out. Would you like to tell the story behind that?
No, what is it?
That's a big fish.
Yeah. Whose big fish is it?
Well, let's go look and see. I believe someone doesn't like my man cave having her 7-pound, 22.5-inch largemouth display that she caught back in 2013. But you know, it was just gathering dust, and I wanted to have, since I have a fishing podcast, and guys, you know, I don't have a drinking problem. As you can tell, there's a few spider webs on there. We haven't been down here well. We'll have to clean that up a little bit. But work in progress. I just wanted to give you a quick rundown of how everything's going. You can see I got 3 monitors on my desk. I haven't even got the computer set up yet. It's been in hiatus for a little while. Grabbed some lights to wrap around me here, because we don't have any lighting down here. As you can see, we've got some really cool lighting. I've got some of those RGB strip lights that I'm gonna wrap around that wall right there. But I'm gonna have to get with my son on that, because he's done that to his TV at his place. Hey, I appreciate that, Tommy Covey. You the man. And we need to do that when we go down to Virginia to Smith Mountain Lake here real soon. Tommy says, "This ain't nothing wrong with a good drink." I say, ain't think that's the daggone truth. Anyway, Tommy, I wished you could have made the trip to Dell Hollow. We had a great time. A lot of good people there. Oh, you just got back too. Us too, buddy. Us too. Make sure you let me and Beth know when your retirement party is, so we can we can make plans to come and
Crash that.
wish you well, crash it, as Beth put it. Crash that party and wish you the very best. So, but anyway, go to, I've done a few reels and I've added some videos on my personal page from the video I took down at Dale Hollow. Some are with Beth, as a couple of the big fish that she caught, and a couple of fish that I caught. One of my really good ones. Actually, I had 2 good ones too. And then I got a couple crappie fishing catches involved there too. But go take a look at the videos on my Facebook page if you have time, and want to wish you well. This is a really short show. I got work to do. Beth wants to get something to eat because I'm hungry, and we need to go do some shopping so I can get my room done. Be blessed. We'll jump back on real soon and get you guys caught up with everything at the Rusty Hook. Y'all have a great night. At Z Pro, battery held up really well, Tommy. Everybody be blessed.